Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, you know this doesn't work. Let's get open for business. Let's wake up the football gods up there. Okay, so we have some news. Big Ben has signed a 2-year extension. The details of the contract extension have not been released yet, so he was already on contract for this year. So that adds next year and the year after to it. Now, what's interesting, and I can't wait to actually see the numbers, because Big Ben was not one of the top 10 paid quarterbacks in the NFL currently, because all those new contracts. And what's interesting too that people don't necessarily understand, when you look at this, Russell Wilson being paid an average of 35 million a year, Aaron Rodgers 33 and a half, Matt Ryan 30 years a million. That's not necessarily the cap hit because of the signing bonus and the guaranteed money the way it's spread out. To give you an example, because Russell Wilson just signed his deal at $35 million, the actual cap charge, believe it or not, is only $26 million hit for him this year. Let me say that again. The cap hit is 26 million, even though he's actually getting 35. The whole thing is crazy. The way it all works out and the way you basically change it's you can literally do anything you want to do if you're motivated enough. It's just on how creative, how much risk you want to take. If you want to make it a front-loaded contract so you get the pain now, or if you want to kick the money down river. So I'm interested to see how much money Big Ben actually signs for. Again, he was scheduled to make 23 million this year. Now, the amazing thing, since we've heard that they're working on his contract now because it's the last year of it, is I haven't heard anybody say that the Pittsburgh Steelers, with Ben Roethlisberger being on the last year of an $87 million extension, should take a home team discount. And when you think about the Pittsburgh Steelers versus, say, the Dallas Cowboys, Cowboys were in the playoffs last year. The Dallas Cowboys were one of the youngest teams in football. You look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, who now lost Le'Veon Bell, one of the best running backs in football. They lost AB, one of the best wide receivers in football. Clearly, there's a need for them to get some other players. And on top of it, to make it worse, you think about the cap hit that the Steelers are taking because Antonio Brown is still on the books. They're losing valuable money that they can use to plug those holes up. So not only did they lose a player, they lost the cash. And so Big Ben seeing the end is near, knowing that I only have a few years left, knowing that I've already had a boatload of money, I guarantee that he's going to take a team-friendly deal, right? He's going to say, you know what, I'll work for free because I want to get another ring, right? Yeah, I bet that doesn't happen. I can't wait to see what the numbers work out for on this extension. So, they'll get creative where they'll probably end up making it so they can walk away the third year in case Big Ben, who has in the past talked about retiring, worrying about CTE and things like that, and worried about his quality of life after football. And at his age, at what he's accomplished in football, I don't know that you really want to continue to play for that long until you are literally carried off the field. But, that's his thing to deal with. So it'll be interesting to see what he settles for. I don't think a Super Bowl winning quarterback, the guy who ended up leading the league last year in yardage, is going to go ahead and say, you know what, I'll be satisfied getting paid less than, Derek Carr or Matthew Stafford or Jimmy Garoppolo or Kirk Cousins or Matt Ryan. Maybe Aaron Rodgers, maybe Russell Wilson, but let's see what that number looks like. And somebody had commented to me yesterday and they said, oh, well, the next thing you're going to say is that Dak Prescott is better than Ben Roethlisberger and he should get more money than him. I'm not saying that at all. But when I look at this list, where I see Drew Brees, who's currently making $25 million, I don't look and say Derek Carr, Matthew Stafford, Jimmy Garoppolo, Kirk Cousins, or Matt Ryan are better than Drew Brees. Yet they all get paid higher than him because of the time that their contract was done. So, that being said, you're up to speed. And for the Dallas Cowboys, again, as the numbers start reaching for the sky even further, that raises the bottom, that raises the salary for everybody else. And if you don't understand, let me use the Tiger Woods analogy. Before Tiger Woods, golf had its hardcore people, followers, members, and things like that. But Tiger Woods brought so many more people to the sport that there was so much more money involved. And as there was more money involved, because of the popularity of it, the purse got bigger. Tiger Woods was making hand and fist money more than everybody else. But what that did was, all those people below him, their money rose up with his salary as well. That's why now the golf tournaments are, 5-6 times the amount of money for the winner because of what Tiger Woods did. So if Russell Wilson gets 35 and Ben Roethlisberger gets 35 and a half, then that means the bottom of that's going to rise for all the other quarterbacks as well. So do I look and say that Dak Prescott should get $35 million a year? No, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is you start getting, let's say, the Saints end up adding a new contract for Drew Brees, and he gets 36. And you got Big Ben at 35 and a half, and you got Russell Wilson at 35. And then you got Carson Wentz that's coming up, and Jared Goff. Those guys aren't looking to say, I'll take 22. You follow me? So we'll see where that goes. But as always, guys, don't forget, tomorrow night, starting at 6 o'clock, we'll be live streaming from Lucky's through the draft. And then the next 2 nights, we will actually be here at the Man Cave, chowing down on some Jobu wings and maybe some barbecue if it doesn't rain. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll see you guys soon.